he is known for Subspecies, and there are so many great films that people really do enjoy. So, in terms of your career as a whole, obviously you're making films. You're in demand. You're doing some, you've directed over you've been involved in over 120, 130 films now.
Wow.
Which is, would you say if you were to just tell somebody to go and watch one of your films that kind of summed you up as a human being, which one would you tell them? I know this is a really tough question, but this is not on my list of questions, but I just wanted to ask it.
Yeah. I guess I love every movie that I made to various degrees, but I would have to say, if you want to understand kind of where my imagination is, it would have to be TerraVision. Dragon World is the sweet side of me, the sweet Ted. TerraVision being kind of the sardonic Ted. And then I think the Subspecies series, really, to me, it's like those movies were made under incredibly difficult circumstances, especially the first one in Romania just after the revolution, when there was really nothing to be had in the country, but great locations and enthusiastic artists.
Fans are that is, to have a franchise like that, to have a franchise full stop is rare, but to have one where the fans are so, like Larry the Horror Cat Dad probably, well, he did say in his interview what a massive fan he is of Subspecies, the first one being one of his favorite films. It must be great to have that alongside something like TerraVision, because it's so completely different.
Yeah, I set out when I first came to Los Angeles, not necessarily to be a horror filmmaker, though I love horror movies, but that became kind of the genre that I was most known for. And to have been able to kind of guide Subspecies through like now five films, and pretty much the same cast throughout. Anders Hove, who plays Radu, is to me one of my best friends and one of the greater actors that I've gotten to work with. Denice Duff, same thing. To me, to create that world has been really one of the great kind of pleasures of my directing career, and a lot of it having to do with shooting in Romania and watching that country evolve, so the actual movie itself is so wrapped up in the experience of making it and the social world that you kind of inhabit when you're kind of off on location. So to see Romania kind of evolve until it became too expensive for us to even shoot there anymore, and we kind of started over again in Serbia, and then to find in Serbia, a group of artists and actors that are equal to the Romanians, and locations that are not quite equal to Romania's locations, but to get to continue the story of Radu and Michelle. For me, that's been a really great honor.
Wow, that's so great to hear. It's interesting how the culture of the places, going right back to the beginning, we talk about Italy and the importance of that in the making of TerraVision and the aesthetic and the atmosphere, and this, Romania, being at the moment, the European Championships football is on, and I was thinking about, Slovakia last night had an incredible result, and they beat Portugal, and it was massive for their country, and the people crying, and they were like, this is the greatest moment in the history of Slovakian sport. And you think of, the countries, how they change, whether there's uprisings and cultural shifts and things like that. It's incredible to have seen these places and see the rise of places that you've been to and see them develop. That must be a real privilege to have traveled and seen all these things in person.
Yeah, for me, being in Romania was, when I first went there, it was the scariest, most strange place that I had ever been. And to be there by yourself with a bunch of Romanians around you all the time, talking in a language that you don't understand, and you're just there to kind of make a movie by communicating to everybody. And seeing it go from this gray place where really there was nothing in the shelves and everything seemed a little sinister, to a few years later, suddenly it was like a flourishing kind of youth culture. You know, it was really, really amazing experience.
Just before we kind of stop that, all I wanted to say is just thank you so much for so many films that so many people love. I will always watch your films and find them immensely entertaining, and I just really appreciate your time and just being so gracious with your time.
Thank you so much for having me, and also for spreading the word, you know, like, keep it up.
Oh, yeah, anytime at all. And is there something that you want to point people towards, people who might be watching this interview now, that you want me to kind of you want to get out there that's either upcoming, or you feel that people need to check out that they should have done or that they missed? Or, you know, there's so many things. Looking through your IMDb, it's I wouldn't know where to start.
You know what? I've got some upcoming projects but they don't have any money attached to them yet, so I don't want to mention them.
No, jinx them,
but things that I'm really excited about and that I hope we'll be able to make, you know. But yeah, in the meantime, watch Subspecies #5, the prequel to the Subspecies saga, and Vampire Journals, which is another one of my, you know, to me it's the most beautiful movie that I was able to shoot with, you know, Adolfo Bartoli.
Thank you so much for your time. I really do appreciate it. I know you've got a lot on and you fit me in. It's morning for you and it's evening for me, and it's been a lovely evening. So thank you so much.
Hey, I really enjoyed talking to you, Matt. Okay.
You too. Thanks, Ted.
Okay, take care.
Take care. Bye.